I'm Cissy Wellman. Welcome to my tape. Now, no. I'm Celia Wellman. And it would mean a great deal to me if you would take the time. Oh, I mean the world if you would take the time to watch my tape. Oh, no. Yuck. I'm Cissy. Enjoy the tape.
Hey, Dugan! How are you doing, good looking?
I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know, you look terrific. Oh, don't tell me you're looking for a freebie. Because it takes a big, strong man to work there. Who told you that? Nancy, I like the asking. You did it so often that you made me feel certain that you weren't trifling with my affections. I know, it's terrible. My parents must have been smashed when they named me. Nancy, you silly goose. Of course not.
Yes, we got you marry our daughter.
No. No, you weren't. Now, why don't you just run along and we'll talk more later. So, how's about you and me going for a little stroll?
Well, I have to say, today we got Hollywood royalty. We have, I'm blessed to have met this amazing, wonderful person who I can call a dear friend. She, oh my God, here's some of the things she's been on. The List, the Waltons, the outlaw Josie Wales. I mean, she grew up in Hollywood royalty. She is Hollywood royalty. Cissy Wellman. Oh, we're gonna have fun today.
Oh, yes. A little bit, just a little.
First thing that came to my mind was, I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Oh, but you're a sick puppy.
Why am I a sick puppy?
Because you love me. I'm only kidding.
I love it. I love your cat growl. My goodness.
Yes.
It's very good. Good. You could have been a cat woman too. She has
Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Still am.
Still am, right. So Hollywood royalty. I mean, Dorothy and William.
Well, yes. Dad, William A. Wild Bill Wellman. He was a famous director. He directed the very first film called Wings that won the first Academy Award in 1927.
I'll drink to
yes.
that. Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, and I don't drink alcohol, but this is lemonade.
So pink lemonade here.
Oh, I don't want pink.
No?
I want pink. Give me yours. No. And my mom was one of the original Busby Berkeley dancers. And Dad directed such films as The Original Star is Born.
Yes.
That he also wrote, that he got the Academy Award for writing.
With Miss Gaynor.
Yes. And Frederick March. And Mom did all those Busby Berkeley movies, 42nd Street, way back then. She was amazing. They were amazing. He was amazing.
How was it? How was it being like around? I mean, for I don't know if this is the right term. The laymen, the people who aren't with this atmosphere. How was it being next to all these quote people like Clark Gable and John Wayne and?
You know what? I was too young and I wasn't aware of it. We weren't brought up to be, I didn't even know who they were. I didn't know who my dad was.
Right. Right.
I sat on that picture of me sitting on Clark Gable's lap. I didn't, it was just a man with a beard that was working with Dad, because we weren't brought up show busy. We were brought up on a farm. I'm one of 7. I'm number 5 of 7. And we brought up on a farm with chickens, horses. I had my chores.
Yeah.
So
you were brought up right.
Yeah. I hope. At least fine. No, it was great, you know, and it was a very wonderfully functionally dysfunctional family. What could I tell you? But it
Right.
was great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I didn't get to know John Wayne until I got older and worked with him.
Ah.
That was great. But we were friends. That's
Oh. Oh.
we were. Oh God, I loved him. I did 3 films. I was on 3 films with him. Each one was like 16 weeks. And we'd go swimming together. He was teaching me how to play bridge. He'd come to the tennis tournaments up at Clint Eastwood's, and we would hang out. I mean, he I adored. Yeah,
Mhm.
he was great. As much as we disagreed politically, but he never talked politics. So you didn't get, you know, that part of him.
Right. Right. Now, I heard that at first you didn't want to become an actress. Is this
No,
true?
no, did not.
You didn't
I
want
wanted to become an airline stewardess. Wanted to fly. It
Why
just,
did you want to fly?
because I wanted to travel.
Oh, of course.
To go around and see the world. I was born and raised here. You know, it's like, I want to go and see everything. My oldest sister was an airline stewardess.
Okay.
You know, so that's why I wanted to do that. But it sort of changed when I was age 16 with a phone call. Because,
Yes. Hello.
yes, don't laugh. I was in the kitchen with Mom.
Yeah.
I was 16. And the phone rings and Mom says, it's for you. And it's NBC. I said, NBC? What's that? You know, and I pick it up and they said, we want to see you for a series called Amy. You were recommended by Frances D, who was Joel McRae's wife, who was a wonderful actress.
Right.
Frances D, and she was like my godmother. And she read it and she was going to play the mother. And she said I should, you know, so I just thought they were kidding. So they sent a script. I went out to meet them and I walked right into the office and I said, which part do you want me to do? There's Frances, there's Amy, there's Jay. They said, no, you're reading for the lead, Amy. I said, oh no, I can't do that. I don't act. And they said, you are Amy, because that's the kind of character she was. So I did it. Nothing ever happened, but it came out in the trades and everything like that. And all of a sudden I started working. I started studying and I started doing. Yeah, right away. Because I really wanted to dance. That was my main thing.
And
So
you did dance on TV, right?
Yeah, I was one of the Nick Castle dancers on the Andy Williams show and the Ernie Ford show when I was 18.
Oh my God. I think that was the best time for TV and movies and.
Yes, I know. Well, we were lucky to have been, you know, raised in it. We saw it.
Right.
You were a part of it. I was a part of it. You know, the people that don't know it, they don't know what they've missed.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's like acting has totally changed. I loved interviewing in front of people. I always got the jobs.
Yeah.
Always got the jobs. My personality, what I did in there, how I changed like that, I got them. But, you know, now it's on video and it's everybody and it's 18 million. The competition is horrific. So it's so different.
I miss that connection. I mean,
me too.
the little casting that I still do. I miss actually having people come in and seeing each other and having that energy between you. Corey Allen always said he would call people in and sit down and just talk.
Yes. Yeah. I loved that. I said, gosh, it was great. You know, and now you get that, except for with now the pandemic. Of course, we don't have, but you still get interviews where you do that. I mean, the last film I just did that's coming out, Crohn's, that I did, that's going to be on Amazon. It was Amazon and Blumhouse combination.
Yeah.
And I read for the casting director for another movie. He cast me in. It's called XOXO that he cast me in. A hippie, crazy hippie.
Oh, I love the title.
And this one I go out on and I'm reading with him. Plus I talk to them. I have fun with them. I kid them. with, okay, do we want this, what that? I said, come on, guys. I really have fun with them.
Yeah.
And I read for the one of the leads in this film, and I wasn't right for it. So I didn't get it. But they just automatically called me and booked me for the role I did, which is a wonderful role. And it's entirely different. She's crazy, maniacal, possessed. And I didn't have to read for it anything. I read for the other and they liked me for it. So I got it.
Well, those are some of the fun roles to do.
Oh.
Oh, yes. I've always liked to play hookers on like Heart to Heart, the black market baby ring, head of that on Charlie's Angels selling babies. Oh, yes. And of course, then the nice lady on the Walton. So we could do that.
Oh my God. I saw that the other day, that Heart to Heart episode came on TV.
Oh, they're rerunning everything. The only one they haven't rerun that I really would like to see is the Quincy that I did. I loved that. She was a stripper and I had so much fun doing that one. It was just great. That was, because they added more because Jack Klugman and I were having so much fun.
Oh my God.
They tried something and he says, you're funny. So he added scene, he says, why doesn't we have her pop out of the cake at the end? Because she should be, I said, I'll do that.
I love it. Now,
great.
like with Jack Klugman, did you remain friends after that? Or were some people you do, some people you don't, huh?
It's hard. No, I was just, guest starring on the show, and I'm a girl, it's like, no. I saw him many years later with Gary Marshall and thanked him and just told him what a joy it was. He probably didn't even remember me.
Right.
Rigorous Odyssey, he worked with so many other people,
Right.
but I had a ball for 7 days with him. So I've been lucky.
Now, weren't you on a soap opera as well?
2.
Ooh.
First did the General Hospital series, the very first year, for a year. And then
What
I did
was your character in that one?
Mary Sinclair, student nurse Mary Sinclair.
God, and that was done live.
Wow.
Live. And I got to tell you, some of the mistakes we made. One day I was Nurse Brewer. Came into my patient, sat down and said, everything is absolutely fine. Nurse Brewer's here. I wanted to go, where is she?
Where? Who?
I know. It was like, okay, that's interesting because they can't cut. They couldn't edit. That's live.
But then it became Brewer Sinclair.
No. Because Emily, she was a major role lead on it, so it was just, people hear it or don't. So you just sort of go, okay.
Right.
And the other one was The Young and the Restless. I just did a couple of shows of that.
Right.
Where I was a bar lady. Keep it nice. Hooker in the bar. Yes.
Oh, hooker in the bar. Yeah.
Hooker in the bar. Yes.
Yes. Love those lemonades.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you prefer? TV, film, soap operas? I know that's TV, but it's different. Or stage?
Okay. This is a fun question because Carl Malden,
Yeah.
actor, remember?
Yeah.
Carl Malden. Okay. When I was, 18, 19, and I was studying, I got to know Carl. And I had him talk to the class. And I asked him that question, which do you prefer, film or theater? And he says, it's a different hold. And this is my answer also. It's such a different medium. Is on stage, you can cheat. You can cheat on stage.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a cheating story I saw on Amadeus in New York. Oh, and he says, but I've never learned how to cheat that camera. They're right there. They can see everything you do and feel.
Yeah.
He says, whereas the audience, you can, as an actor, and on Amadeus
Yeah.
in New York. I watched, and I can't think of his name, is the lead.
Not was it Thomas Hulse or no? That he was
No,
in the film.
no, it's he didn't play he played
Salier.
yes, he played him, and I got a single ticket, and I'm blanking on it now, I'll probably come up with it, in New York when I was back there working, and I'd go to the box office the day of, get the ticket, go in, and I was, right at the balcony, right there though, right there, overlooking the play, and I could see them right there. And he had a scene where he had to cry. He turned away. I watched him lick this and put tears.
Oh.
What the heck is that?
That's your beautiful picture. Okay, that was from the Waltons.
Oh. And did this and put tears and then turned back so you could see things. So he didn't cry. He faked the tears.
Wait a minute, you saw him do that on stage?
Yes.
No, was he facing the audience or did he turn around?
No, he was turned away from the audience. He turned away, did that, came back, and he was supposed to cry. And I went, "You son of a bitch." And he's a known actor. And I went, "You cheating, lying, puta fata." I know. So that's, I love live. Of course, I love theater because you get reaction right away. That's great. But I love film. I love film and TV. I like TV a little bit better than film because it's faster.
Right.
And I don't mind that. And yet I've been blessed, like this last one.
Yeah.
We had a movie. We had a table read, which usually you don't get with movies that many these days. Right. We had the cast. There were just 13, all of us around reading it with the director, the producers, and all the producers, and the casting. And that's great. I love that process.
Oh, I bet that. I remember going with Jerry when they read through the Deadwood movie and just sitting there and the energy between everybody and the connections.
Yes.
I bet you had some, I bet that was fun.
Well, see, now, as an actor, this is a hint for any kids like that, is they go around the table, they had our names on the card, Cissy Wellman, the character I played. And the way they had the table set up, and Barbara Hershey is, at the one end was the director and the assistant director. And he was doing the stage reading. And then around the other side, you had the characters, and then at the end you had the other, and I was down at the end next to another producer, the last one. And so everybody just got to them and they just said da name, they were boring. They were going all the way around. Even Bruce Davison played some, and everybody just did that. They got to me and I just said, "Hi, Cissy, and I'm an alcoholic." Oops, sorry, wrong room. Okay. Everybody cracked up.
Yeah.
Well, hello, they're not going to forget me. And it's just like that. Sorry, Cissy Wellman, I'm playing like that. But they all cracked up. The assistant says, "You're going to be trouble, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." And when we read the scenes, I even got to where we got to my part in one scene. It ends where I have to go. I want to go home. I want to go. And he says, "You are home." That's the end of it. So he said, "You are home." And I go, "Oh, fuck." And everybody cracked up. Well, I have a bunch of producers there, different casting directors that don't know me. The ones that did were just laughing. They were going, well, I'm going to be remembered. Somebody brings my name up. "Oh, you son of a gun." Decline, quick. There we go. Are you back? There you go. That's my brother Bill, which sort of scares me. I've got it on silent, but that's family, so I get a little nervous. But I'll get it later. The hell with him. But I'm sorry about that. I don't, border. But that's but that's that's part of my thing. I'm they don't want boring.
Mm.
And everybody, just be the best you possibly can be.
Right.
And if you happen to be close to the character when you go in, great. But just be you and throw it, and then do the character. How great. So they can see a difference.
Oh, I love this.
And my practice, I always do my main warm-up is I get the script, I get the thing, and I do my W's. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Who are you? Where are you? What do you do? If I have to talk about my father or somebody, if I have to say there's a picture of my dad, I got to know if I like my father, if I don't. And that'll color how I say, oh, that's a picture of my dad, if I love him. Or that's a picture of my dad. He beat me up, this son of a bitch. It's like,
It takes your emotions, it takes your voice, it takes you, whatever you're feeling takes you there.
Same thing with clothes, with how you dress, the shoes you wear. It's just great. Can you see that on my screen too?
What?
Oh, good, you can't.
No, I'm not going.
It just gave me a little message and my brother called. Okay. Brother.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. He says, why are you posting my picture on?
But I've gotten a lot of jobs very crazily. When I got the story of how I got Charlie's Angels, guest starred on it. Do you have time?
Yes.
Oh, great. David Doyle.
Yeah.
Who was the voice. David Doyle. He was the guy with the girls.
He was yes.
David Doyle. Yes. And he was a friend. And we did a singing class together. We did David Craig's singing class together.
Okay.
And he had a tea dance at his house on a Sunday. And everybody dressed for the tea, wore hats, and he had a group playing. And he said, Sis, get up and sing. So I got up and sang on a clear day. This is on a Sunday. Monday, my agent calls me and she said, you just booked the guest star on Charlie's Angels. You mean I have to go out and read for it? She says, no, it's booked. You got it. I said, it. So I go there, and Paul Stanley, who's directing it, I said, Paul, he was at the tea. And when they were casting Felice Carrar, the lead, they came up with it, and Paul said, what about Cissy Wellman? And they said, who's Cissy Wellman, the other producers? They said, remember the lady that sang on a clear day? They said, oh, perfect. Hello?
Oh my God.
So you never know where or how or when you're going to do anything.
That's a great story, because it's not, you weren't sitting at the drugstore. You were at a party and you were having fun and being yourself, and there was somebody who said, I want her.
Weird, crazy. So I've gotten a lot of things like that.
So,
when I guest started on Chips,
yeah,
which I read for, I went in to read, and I knew the other 4 ladies that I saw that were also up for it. Right. And I went, oh, and I like their work. They're all good actresses. And I got it. And I read for the producer, the director, the writers. Everybody was in there. And when I got it, I went there, and Barry, who was directing it, Barry Crane, who's not with us any longer, I said, why me? And he says, to be honest with you, you're the only one of the girls that had never done the show yet.
Oh!
He says, you were all great. And
Yeah.
I went, oh, okay. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
what can you do? You just get this out of the way. Oh, David, I lost you. Stop. I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
It's coming back.
I'm coming back.
Are you?
Yes. I'm sorry. Don't let Dee Wallace see that.
I won't.
Don't tell Dee.
She'll see it anyway.
Oh.
Hey.
Yo, cheers, baby.
Cheers.
Yes.
Mm.
But.
So.
Yes,
God, there's so much I want to ask you, and no buts. We have. We have 3 students from, which is a mix from Performing Arts Studio West and Vortac Players. So it's a mix of 3 different students: John Paces, Mary Rings, the creators, John, of course, Performing Arts Studio West, Mary Rings from Vortac
Players.
We have look at the students here. We have Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Hey.
Let's see, Shannon. Let's see if I could turn on your.
My
I'm
Shannon.
here.
Love it. I love it. And then we have Matt Payne, and Ron Johnny.
Hi.
Hey, we're having fun here. We're drinking our lemonade.
Where's Shannon yet? I don't see anybody.
Oh, say one of you say hello.
Hi, Cissy.
Hi, Shannon. There you are. Hi, honey. Hi, you cutie. Okay.
There you go. And there's Ron Johnny. Say hi, Ron Johnny. Or not. You look frozen.
Ready?
Can you hear? Oh, there you are.
Where's?
I think she's frozen. Sometimes this thing gets frozen.
I'm not frozen. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. That's a song. I'm still here.
Oh, yes. I've been to New York. I've been to LA, but I'm still here. Yes.
I love this. I love this. See, because once it gets a group on and somebody don't, it's
You're
like
frozen.
she's frozen again. All righty. Well,
I didn't see it.
You were frozen. Who was?
oh, I was.
For a minute.
It looks so
Okay.
pink and black in your cheeks.
Well, I'm going to, we have a couple of questions from everybody, and I was thinking that we start maybe with Matt Payne.
Okay.
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
All right.
Hi, Shannon.
Hey.
There's Shannon. Where's Matt? Come back, Matt.
Well, Miss Wellman,
Yes, sir.
you worked with Clint Eastwood
Yes, I
on
did.
The Outlaw Josie Wales, which he not only starred in, but directed. What was it like working with Clint?
It was great. That was the second time. I worked with Clint before. I worked with Clint on Play Misty for Me. But I love, Clint is easy and wonderful to work with. He really pretty much generally tells you, you sit down and talk with him. He tells you what we're doing. And like when in the rape sequence, pardon me, when they were, getting me and pulling me out. And he said, sis, just go for it. And I said, heck yeah. I lost my voice from yelling and screaming and doing that, and he, and he's great. Did handheld camera with all of it. He's quite wonderful to work with.
Wow.
Did that help your question?
Yes, very much.
Good. And also with Play Misty for Me, I did a voiceover because they had an actress. I wasn't working at that time. I had sort of stopped acting, but we were friends. So he called me in to do a voiceover for this actress that wasn't any good and to give her a personality. And so it was, and the shot is where the back of her, so you don't see her, but you hear what she's saying in a certain thing. And so all I did was ask Clint. I said, well, Clint, what's the rating on this? Is it R? Is it X? Is it like that? Because that'll change what I say. And then he told me, and I just went for it. And he just loved it. Wow. He's very good. He's terrific.
That's cool.
That's great. Great.
Yeah.
And you had a second one too, huh, Matt?
Yeah. You were also on the classic show Quincy.
We were just talking about that. I love Quincy. I love working with Jack Klugman.
Yeah, that was my question. What was it like to work with Jack Klugman? Because I always liked him on the Odd Couple show.
Oh, well, just so terrific. And he's so giving. I played, well, do you remember the show? You saw the show? Right? No?
As far as, yeah, I do remember Quincy. It's been years since I've seen it, but I got to see a lot of it.
Well, this was where I was playing a stripper. And he comes to see a lady, and where I'm living, which is an interesting shot, you open it up and I'm standing there and he's right at my belly button. His face is looking right at my belly button. And so beforehand, it was where he would look and then start to come up. And I said, what about if I come down to your face because you're staring at me? If I come, and he said, that's a great idea. I mean, he was open and he added me to more things. He said, you are funny. He says, why haven't we worked together before? And I went, I don't know. But he was easy and wonderful. Plus, he loved to play liar's poker. Do you know liar's poker?
I know poker, but not liar's poker.
That's with like if you have a bill, a $1 or $10 bill, and the numbers on it, in between while we're setting up shots, in between while we're just standing there, he pull out a bill and you pull out a bill and we say, okay, I've got a pair of aces. I've got 3 aces. No, liar, and then whoever is right gets the bill. I mean, he was terrific. He was wonderful to work with. Really.
Oh, how wonderful.
Giving.
Yeah. He seemed that way,
No ego, no, he just made you feel at home, which was great.
Great question.
Thank you for that, Matt.
Shannon, you have a couple of questions too.
Oh, Shannon.
Why did you decide to join the Born Eye Players?
Okay, good one. David, I had quit acting for a while, long while, and I was in real estate for 20 years. And David was going to be my last client, David Zimmerman, who I met through Carolyn Barry, who I miss desperately.
Oh, I miss her so much.
Ooh, me too. And I told David while we were looking for a condo where we were talking about it, I said, this is going to be probably my last one because I'm going to go back to acting. I want to get creative again. And I want to work with kids. And David said, well, I happen to know a group that I used to work with, that I'm with, called Born to Act Players. They're with Down syndrome, autism, and special abilities. And I have to tell you, I was one of the general population, I think, that didn't know anything about Down or autism. And normally it would make me fearful. And instead, I immediately just said, okay. And I don't know where that came out of my mouth, because I went, oh, I don't know if I could deal with that. Mm-hmm. And then I hadn't heard from David for like weeks, so I thought maybe he's forgotten, so I'm safe. And then he called me like on a Monday and he said, I'm going to go visit the Born to Act Players on Saturday. You want to come with me? And I said, yeah. And then I went, who said yeah? It was me. And that's when I walked in to see you guys and Mary, and you were rehearsing the musical Bye Bye Birdie. Part of it was in it, and I fell in love. I fell in love with you all. That's how I got there. And Mary Rings was a big part of it, because how she worked with you guys, how she loved you and loves you, and how she showed it. Oh, I fell in love with you all. You all had my energy. I loved it. That's how I got to be with Born to Act Players.
And that was a blessing that I got to meet you through Carolyn. It was just a great connection.
Yes. You never know, from anything, from anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did that answer you, Shannon?
One last one, okay?
Okay.
If you could choose anywhere in the world to go on a vacation, where would it be?
Ooh. Ireland. Ireland.
Oh, Ireland.
Ireland.
Why Ireland?
Because that's on my bucket list. Ha! Thank you, Shannon. Because I love that's my roots. That's where I'm from. The Guinness family, would you believe? Yeah. And so, which is in Dublin. So, no, I've never been to Ireland, and the idea of seeing that, and I love, that's the main reason. I love Ireland. I've never been, and I've seen so many documentaries on it and so many travel shows on it. I would love it.
Well, I think after this quarantine, we'll go to Ireland. We'll go to Ireland and Greece because I want to go to Greece.
Is that wild? I have no idea. No desire to go anywhere else. I love my home. I love it here, Shannon. I don't really have a desire to where to go on a vacation. I mean, except that would be, that might be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Good question.
Yeah.
More good questions. Ranjani. Ranjani,
Yes.
I know you're going in and out, but I'm glad you're.
Hi.
Hi, Christy. You remember me from Burdett?
Yes, I do. So cute.
Okay.
It's frozen there.
Okay.
David, you're frozen.
Okay, we'll try to hear you here. Silence.
I know you were frozen for a minute.
I did it. Still here.
You still here? Okay. What question? Let's see if we could hear the question.
Who inspired you being an actress?
Oh, who inspired you to be an actor?
Well, I'll have to tell you the main ones that I tried to pattern myself after were Barbara Stanwyck, Carol Lombard, and Ann Baxter. Those are three ladies that I loved their work, and they were professionals, and they did everything, and they were great.
Mm. Mm.
Katharine Hepburn's in there too, I think.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
You're still frozen, David.
I'm still frozen?
You're frozen like this. You're still frozen, David.
Heritage.
What, honey?
So, what is your heritage means to you?
What does your heritage mean to you?
Just lately, I've been looking into it. So I find it very interesting. It doesn't mean everything to me, but I'm blessed with it. I like to get to know who I am. Thank you for that. And I'm Celia McCarthy Wellman. That's my full name. So I've got a little bit of the Irish in me. She's a little bit of the Irish. So I'll go to Ireland and I'll be able to talk with all those funny people.
Oh my God. I want to see you in a movie with that accent.
Well, maybe after this COVID, well, I'll have a pint of Guinness.
Well, I won't be able to join you there because I haven't had a pint of Guinness or anything with alcohol in it for 35 years. So it would be very difficult for me to have it, but I'll go with you and watch you have it.
All right.
I have something to ask you. How do you keep centered?
How do I keep centered? I really, I think and I don't mind breaking my anonymity. I'm a 35-year sober alcoholic. So I have a program that I really work well. And I have a spiritual program that I work well. And I'm into staying in the now. That's what centers me. As long as I stay into today, I'm fine. There's a wonderful line. It's okay to look back and it's okay to look forward. Just don't stare. Because if you're staring, you're not enjoying the now. and I meditate. I sit out and I get into gratitude every day for everything that I have, for what my life is, for how I am, and the gift of being into action also, because I have, I'm not a kid. I'm old. And, with age, I have arthritis. I've had a hip replacement. I've had my shoulder replaced. And I have, some pains that aren't bad, but I take care of it. I take care of it. I get into action. I get in my pool. I swim. I get on my treadmill. So I take care of myself, and I'm always into gratitude for everything I have, especially the Born to Act players. Having been with them for 11 years. Thank you, David.
Wow.
Yeah, and Shannon from the beginning.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I stay centered, honey.
It's
Try to really stay in the now. Fear of future will just kill me.
that word is so powerful. The now.
It is. That's all we have. I don't know how many more nows I'm going to have, so I want to enjoy the now.
Yeah. Two more things I wanted to throw out. First of all, we didn't talk about the Waltons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of the Waltons. Now I got that. That's because my then husband, Robert Donner, was playing Yancey Tucker on the show. And Earl Hamner, who created the show, came to me one day and he said, because he knew my work as an actor, and I wasn't acting at that time that much. I was really taking care of my husband's career. And he said, how would you like to come and visit your husband in jail on the show? And I went, I'd love to. So they wrote it and my name then was Jane Aspen. And so I did a show where I got to visit Yancey in jail. And then I think it was probably the next season, he came to me, he said, would you like to come and really do a recurring role opposite Yancey and play with us? And I said, I'd love it. So, and he wrote Cissy Wellman. Cissy Walker plays, Cissy Wellman plays Cissy Walker. Hello. Wrote it for me. I loved it. I loved doing that show. I loved everybody on it. It was such a warm, everybody cared. They were warm. They were nice. It was just great. We're still friends. I still see a lot of them.
Well, yeah. It seems like you continue to see each other at different gatherings and parties.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do the autograph signings with them. So I'm back in Virginia at the, and I did Cherry Blossom Festival, sure. But I keep in touch with Michael Lerner, with Mary, with all of them, with David. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is a question to everybody. And we could start with Ranjani. What is your definition of beauty, or define beauty? And I see Ranjani's frozen again, so I consider that beauty too, just a frozen. So if you unfreeze, we'll find out what Ranjani feels. How about you, Matthew?
Beauty. How about a smile?
Oh, good boy.
Smile. Very nice. Shannon?
I agree with him.
Smiles.
Very nice. Very nice. Hi, Ranjani. What is your definition of beauty? I'm glad you're back. Your definition of beauty. I think she's frozen again.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's okay. Again, maybe that's it. Maybe it's silence. Stillness. Stillness is beauty. What do I think of beauty? Okay, at this moment, right now, I'm looking at all of you, and that's what first came to my mind. The beauty of friends, the beauty of family.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Cissy?
Inner beauty. that just comes out with a person that's feeling loving, when you've got a good heart. I think that comes out, and that to me is beauty.
Okay.
You are, because you give so much, David. You are the most giving person period. You are one of the most giving people I know. You're in a category of you and Mary Rings. Very few people that are as giving as you guys. It's not about you. It's about others. And that to me is beauty. When it's not about yourself, when you of service to other people and caring, that's beauty.
It's homegrown.
April Littleton.
Oh, Mrs. Waverly, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay, you're a grown woman now. Call me Karen.
Okay, Karen. This is amazing. What are you doing?
This is my piece for the Centennial Art Contest. You like it?
I think it's amazing.
Would you mind if I took some pictures of you while you worked?
Go right ahead.
Put your hands up.
Oh shit. Look, I don't know what he told you, but He's going for his gun! Okay.
Jenny, it's been such a long time. You are so thin and pretty. Oh, but your furniture design is absolutely...
A craft.
I hear you're doing a sculpture for the contest.
But you know, my mother is planning the contest, so she kind of wrote me into it.
Dad! Come
Yes?
on! We gotta go!
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I like your swings.
Yes.
We gotta meet up with Grandma.
I understand.
Oh, have a cookie, darling sister. Soon. Someday soon. More lemon. More lemon.
The dealer told Fran that this is not an old lady horse. And Fran said to the dealer, "This is not any old lady."
Now listen to me, Francis. Now one or two things can happen here. I can wrestle that gun away from you, and one of us could end up dead. Or you could just hand it over, get into that cooler, and I'll just lock you in there with all those half-frozen Nutty Buddies. But if you don't make up your mind fast, I'm gonna have to make it up for you.
You're not gonna try and rape me or anything, are you, Mr. Denzel?
Thank you.
Be safe, but respect the journey.
Thank you.